news of Kazan Federal University. My name is Olga Danilova. Let's start! For the first time, the development of secret equipment were presented to press. These are radar system, leather and mercury. All of these techniques are used in armed force, infantry and marine. Secrets of Russian defense was studied by our film crew. Everything that is done in this plant is classified as secret. Even now, only a small part of it is available for filming. For example, it was possible to withdraw the helicopter only from the outside. But what is interesting and very secret is inside. Plant is the only manufacturer of the radar system lever that is installed on helicopters. It is unique. There is no analog either in Russia or abroad. Helicopter comes to the position, performs reconnaissance of electronic environment, determines the radars of the enemy. After it makes an effect of these enemy resources. In simple terms, the enemy radars are blind and cannot find the target. And in this case, the target for enemy is our means of aviation. Helicopter enters like this. In this hole, radar system is put in. But thin complex of leather is made here. In this hole are made electronics or brains of military equipment. Here you can meet graduates of Kazan Federal University. Their number rose in 2011 after the start of serial techniques production. A lot of university graduates come to us directly at manufacture if they have previously been under the development of documentation. Now they are at the stage of debugging of all that was developed by designers. They finish equipment that can be put right into machine. This is another military system of plant, and it also designed to block radio signals of opponents. Representatives of the plant said that university graduates often produced real things that could be implanted and put into practice. Only in this case the product will be in demand. It is such pleasure for workers, managers and professionals who are involved in the creation of high-tech products when they take off into the sky or ride through impossible places. This machine is lightly armored and multi-purpose. Moreover, it can work even without a crew. This military equipment was put on the conveyor in 2011. Dozens of its copies annually go to the troops. There they found how successful the invention was. Scientists-ecologists of Kazan Federal University offer a new method for assessing water quality. Its significant achievement is speed. Kazan researchers are able to conclude whatever there is water pollution in 15 minutes. Before such conclusion could be done in 2 days. Scientists say they are ready to compete due to the speed of analysis. Why is time so important? Ecologists told us. Here you can see the adults Daphnia. They are located in the biowater, is an example of standard clean water. In this flask you can see those organisms Daphnia that helped scientists of the Institute of Applied Ecology and Nature of Kazan Federal University made their discovery. They offer a new method for assessing water quality. In fact, this method is filming Daphnia, and the analysis of these images, or more precisely, every movement of Daphnia, helped scientists say about their method. Using the methods of computer vision and analyzing video stream, we can reveal the behavior of the test object. This allows us to obtain information about the parameters of its behavior, its movement, and speed of its movement. Actually, the parameters themselves determine water quality. This allowed Kazan scientists to reduce the time of evaluation at times. Previously, scientists have focused on the fact that if the organism doesn't like the environment accordingly to its quality, it dies. It's actually a very beautiful and clear test reaction. However, it allows evaluating the quality of environment in the long run. If a fluent discharge from dangerous structure flows into the river or wastewater discharge goes to the treatment plant, we can wait either hour or minute, because the longer we wait, the more likely that these toxic substances get into water. What is the answer to question, is there toxic dumping or not? Here we can use this technique, which involves the most sensitive test object. For these test objects in laboratories of Kazan Federal University was created a so-called sanatorium. For environmentalists, Daphne is a kind of experimental mouse. Scientists treat it as apple of an eye. Every day we change the water. We remove offspring. This allows us to grow culture in optimal conditions. Although they are test objects, they are quite naughty. All these conditions make it possible to prepare as much test material as necessary for the experiment. The biotesting using computer vision is a unique way of assessing water. There is no any analog of price in Russia. Natural water bodies and tap water need to be cleaned, and accordingly the cheapest method was opened. Nowadays, this is the most operative biotesting method in Russia. It has a low cost compared with analogs of biotesting instruments, and also it's not very demanding to the sample volume. Therefore, the researchers hope that their development will find its practical application. Institute has received certificate of registration of computer program for this testing method. Institute of Physical Education started preparing for a demonstration in honor of a Victory Day. They began to sew uniform for students and teach them marching step. This year marks 17th anniversary of celebration. Students of Kazan Federal University will be the first of all universities. What do they have to learn in 2 months, knows our crew.
Левое плечо вперед, марш!
Outstretched leg and firm body. These guys have real busy time for physical training. For 2 months, students of Institute of Physical Culture and Sport of Kazan Federal University must learn how to march in sync and keep the column. They must be no worse than the real soldiers who were victorious in Second World War and were on parade May 9, 1945. By the way, some students are already familiar with military life. Also, we have a department of life safety. There is number of staff who was in the army and not just in ordinary positions. Therefore, the correct decision is made. We have people who prepare students to march and they know it very well. Thousands of soldiers were fallen on the battlefields for the sake of peace in their country, at that time Soviet Union. This year, 9th May, marks the 17th anniversary of the Victory Day in Russia. And every year on the Red Square in Moscow, young people march carrying the banner of victory of 1945. In Kazan and other cities, their processions are organized too. Now they see costume for students that repeat the pattern shape of the war years. Each student will put on a suit of war years, which will consist of soldier's blues, field cap, breeches, and of course we add belt and boots. Most students, as Ilgiz Sharipov, will try on tunic for the first time. From Institute of Physical Culture of Kazan Federal University, 60 young people will put on uniform. This is 1/3 of all students who will take part in parade. Our university will lead the column. So first, parade viewers will see their step and commanding voices will be the clearest. That was all for today. Thank you very much and goodbye.